Hi, welcome to Farm Talk Friday. It is March 28th, 2025. I'm Ken Jordan. This is my beautiful wife, Giovanna.
Hi, honey.
And you know what? Yesterday was a special day. It was my wife's birthday. Happy birthday, Joe.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. And yeah, he gave me a really wonderful birthday, and it started off with a waffle with a heart on it made of mixed berries. We took a picture of it, and it is up with other fabulous pictures of this week's abundance on the Green Wave House page. So, Ken really spoiled me. Thank you so much. And it was a really fabulous day.
It was a great day hanging out
Oops, sorry.
with my love all day.
Yeah.
All right, now we are only 1 week and 1 day away from the greatest fundraiser birthday party on a boat of all time. It's going to be happening April 5th here in our area. We're going to post some details here on this page, on the Green Wave House, and on Giovanna's page. All celebrating conservationists locally and also Earth Race conservation.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. We have 11 organizations that will be represented, and we're going to be giving away some special awards to about 4 of them. But we're really excited to have everyone on board and have the opportunity to just talk to one another in a setting where, like, sometimes you go to galas of one specific organization and then you kind of feel compelled to only talk about the one organization. And so this is bringing us together so we can just talk about all issues, see if there's a way to collaborate. And it's creating kind of activist, conservationist community. So we're excited.
Super excited. And just to let those of you who don't know, we do this show, Farm Talk Friday, every Friday, obviously. We've been doing it for how long now?
For a few years now.
That's right.
Thanks, Katie Bunny, who gave us the idea.
We used to live in LA. I used to be in a band called the Crystal Method, who is still going strong.
Yeah.
And my wife, Giovanna, has a environmental nonprofit called Green Wave. Check that out at greenwave.eco. She's also a tantric yoga teacher. And we're here in Costa Rica, and we've got a small permaculture farm. There's our one of our chicken tractors right there, custom designed. And actually, you see both of them. That's the other one, the small one. We grow food here, and we've been getting tons of fruit lately.
Tons of fruit.
We posted a big bowl of fruit. We can't even eat
it all.
Which is great, which means we can give it away to friends. We are really loving caimitos lately. They're just,
what do you call them, honey?
I call them glue balls or glue bombs or something.
Yeah, he calls them glue balls. And why do you call them glue balls?
Well, because they're just delicious, but they like stick to the knives and the spoons and make your lips all sticky.
So what it is when you cut into them, or if you were to bite into it, I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. There's like a leche, like a milk that seeps out of it, and it's tacky. And if you don't get it off of the knife immediately, it'll kind of cake on there. And so you can use, often we're just using one of our oils, like coconut oil or something, to remove it. I mean, if you get it right away, it'll come off, but if you let it sit for a few minutes, then it might get sticky. And since you're using your spoon typically, and it's getting on the lips, then you usually need some oil to kind of disperse that.
And it's totally counterintuitive that oil would remove something sticky, but it does a great job.
Sure does.
All right, so we always talk about our advertisement that we post ahead of Farm Talk Friday. What did we have in this week's ad?
Well, this morning I was really excited to see one of the trees that I planted last rainy season blooming finally. These beautiful pink puff ball flowers, and it's like a mimosa tree. And so I was just really inspired by that. It seemed very birthday-like, you know, it's like pink and white. I don't know, cakey. It's in the fairy garden. I just felt like that's what needed to be shown. And Ken took a beautiful picture of some of our heaping fruit, but I had also taken other pictures of fruit this week, and so I ended up putting that into like a little gallery, you know, like a bunch of images of the week. So you can see that on Green Wave House page, but it's like heaping. And we are able to give away fruit. I think this is just gonna, I mean, the idea is that it continues, and then you have the problem of like, how do we give this away? We're kind of at that cusp where sometimes it's too much and we can give it away, but it's almost like enough where we are motivating ourselves to just eat more fruit, you know?
It's not so bad.
It's not so bad. No, it's really exciting. This is where we've been wanting to be. 9 years later, here we are. We're doing it. It's happening.
And what are you playing with here?
Okay, so this is a cacao pod. So anyone who loves chocolate, this is how it starts.
That's right.
This one's shiny because it's wet. It came out of the refrigerator. I just took a knife to cut this open, and I've been nibbling off of it. You can eat the raw pods. Ken kind of sucks the fruit off of it, and then doesn't eat the rest of it.
Wow.
I like to chew the whole thing up.
I like the dried beans if they've, got some stuff on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I sometimes like to just kind of keep it raw, and I'll just eat it for a few days.
And and inside the beans is mostly fat. It's like, I don't know, 68% fat or something like that. And then the rest is the cacao powder, which ends up being the chocolate.
Oh.
But chocolate really is the fat and the powder. It's the whole bean.
I have like God's teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Our friends' indie film.
Our friend's film, that's right.
Which keeps winning awards
Fantastic.
at independent film festivals.
All right.
But yeah. Really cool. Really cool film.
And what else is going on?
Yeah, let's see. Okay, so we showed our cacao. In exciting fruit news, the lemon drops. We've had this plant it was one of our first trees that we planted. We loved it so much. We would have it over at the Rancho Delicioso, like the main part of the farm. So everyone that lives in community here, we all have our own individual pieces and kind of do our own thing. But then we have the main farm, and anyways. So they started before us, and so obviously their trees are more mature, and they always had this like amazing lemon drop fruit. And so we ended up getting one, and it's, we still don't have fruit, but I've seen like little things finally. So I saw flowers last year that didn't seem to turn into anything. And then, and now it looks like they're turning into something. So I'm really excited. Hopefully I'll have an update next week.
All right.
So that's that. And then other updates.
You want to talk about water diversion?
You don't want to?
Yeah.
I think it's important.
Yeah.
But I want to, let me give the Vivero update.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we have our, Gili, yay! We have our yin yang garden out in front. So anyone that's been following, if you go to our page, like you'll see it's this huge yin yang garden. It's like hard to miss. So anyways, that's kind of like, that used to be our main garden, and we've gone through different phases. And so I was ready this year to start planting annuals in there again, and mixed in with our perennial plants. I think like half to 3/4 of it is not there anymore potentially. So I saw some baby squash still surviving. But I think all the beans have been eaten down, and yeah, it's tough in there. So I'm so glad that we have our Vivero, which is our little nursery that's covered. Aw, thanks for the birthday wishes, Kristen. It's covered, and it's like a little mini farm back there. And so Adriana, when she was working with us, she's like, you guys should just grow food back here. Like, instead of just starting it and trying to put it in the garden, she's like, you can grow it in here too. And I was like, oh yeah. And that way, it's easier to combat. I mean, we have our little water gun now. the super shooter that we used successfully against an iguana the other day. I mean, you don't even have to like hit them with water, but just like if you shoot them with water, they'll run. So it's effective, but like we don't see what they're all doing at night, you know?
All right.
So anyway, that's that update.
And at night, earlier in the dry season, the ants, the leafcutter ants, you would see them in the daytime, the super highway of leafcutter ants. But now it's so hot, I guess that's why
I don't know.
they're working at night, and yeah, it's insane.
Well, we don't want to make up stories necessarily. We could. There's like a Sherry.
What do you mean a story? I see them every night.
No, I mean, like, we don't know why they're working at night.
Yeah.
You know, like, we want to say that it's because of the heat.
I don't know.
Like, we don't know why.
Because, we try to attack them at daytime.
I don't know. But our friend Sherry, she read a whole book about ants.
Yeah.
That she thought was really fascinating. So maybe we should read that and learn more about them.
I saw a Pixar film about ants.
You did?
Yeah.
You watched it without me?
No, it's an old film. It's like the first.
It's called like Ants.
It's called Ants with a Z or something.
Yeah. Anyway, what else we have? Oh yeah, you haven't talked about water diversion.
Yeah, I'm working. So we're getting close to the first rains. Well, it could come as early as late April, but probably second week in May. And I'm determined this year to not have one of our main trails that separates where we are now to our house. I don't want this trail to wash away again.
It becomes a river.
And there was so much erosion, and it's getting really deep, and so it really makes traversing back and forth really difficult and muddy. Yeah, so we're trying to figure out the best we can. I was watching some videos about natural water diversion.
Ken was like watching a masterclass.
Yeah, so
on trail creation
I've got some ideas. I'm going to try to put into place. So I'll take some pictures.
Yeah, cool. And what was that class? Do you remember the name of it? The guy has like a regenerative institute, or
yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, well, maybe you could post the link.
Sure.
Okay. So I think just to finish it off, we saw an amazing iguana yesterday, and like this picture is also up on the Green Wave House page.
It is of the orange guy?
Oh no, not those ones. The blue guy when we were like leaving for the day.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he was just kind of like a beautiful big boy.
Yeah.
And yeah, so those pictures are up. But yeah, we saw some other iguanas. That was earlier in the morning. These ones that I've only seen up north more.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because they're older, but they have like orange on them,
He
bigger
was
crest.
giant. He was giant. In the photo I have, it's kind of, you don't see anything to let you know what size he is in relation to anything else in the photo. But it was huge, yeah.
Yeah, they were super cool. I do want to give a shout out to my grandpa. I found him to be very funny this last time that I was in San Francisco, and I went to go visit. I was having wine with him and my uncle. And my uncle goes to like refill his wine, and my grandpa's like, yeah, there's a hummingbird. He's like, that's Twitter. And then so I'm waiting for Whitey. Like a few seconds later, this white butterfly flies by. He's like, there he is. And then like a bee flew by. He's like, that's Buzz. He lives over there.
Oh, Buzz.
Buzz. He had like names for everybody. But the thing is that I have names for everybody too. And I just thought, I'm like, is that where I get it? Like, my grandpa? I wasn't really thinking that my grandpa was where that was coming from.
I want to name our squirrel.
I thought it was very cute. Yeah, which one?
Well,
Ken thinks there's only one squirrel on this property.
I'm just going to name all of them the same name.
Do you know? Do you have any?
No, I'm going to do it though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, we hope you all have a wonderful weekend. We send you all so much love.
Yes.
And if we could share a fruit with you, we would.
See you next week on Farm Talk Friday. Come on, I have to do it.